So see, whatever we had discussed previously regarding the means what are the topics we will cover in the advance. Let's go through that one first time. So we will cover the object, after that function, then classes. Who is that? Okay. So we will cover that object, function, then classes, then async and await, and DOM element, and JSON already we know, but one time we will go through that, and some more topics are there. What was that? 1 second. One topic I also included in that one means I had covered complete W3 school. That is the point. Yes. It will take somewhat time, but I trying to complete W3 school. Whatever the topics are there. So we had covered up to debugging yesterday. After that, these all are just normal. Means you can go through yourself because these are just revision of all the topics. What are the best practice and those things. So we're not going to cover this one. Then versions are there. Then this also not, but do one thing. Let it go through this. It will not take more. It will take maximum 1 day. And after that, we will cover this object topic. We already know everything. Then we will go with the function, then classes, async. We will cover the DOM, but not complete in the DOM. We will cover somewhat in the DOM. Remaining you can do by yourself also because just normal things are there. So what all will be important, I will cover. Then in the BOM section, we will not cover, but if you want extra, you can. Means like if you want us to increase the screen size or decrease the screen size automatic with the help of JavaScript. So JS screen is there, window is there. Then location. Suppose that I think location will give you window dot location URL. Okay. Suppose this URL, whatever you getting here, if you want to get that URL, so you can get this. Means sorry, where is that? Yeah, URL is there. So display the href URL of the current page. So with the help of this, you can get that. So if you want more, you can go through these all. Means it will not take more time. It will just take like 2 hours extra. That's it. So you can go through that. Then Web API. We will not cover this topic. Then Ajax. Yeah, we not want, but for your information, we will cover this topic. Otherwise, I had skipped that one, but I will cover. Then JSON. JSON already we know. It's not an issue, but we will go through that one-time revision purpose. Then JS versus jQuery, we will not cover. Then JS graphics, if you want somewhat advanced level, like if you want to add a chart, the project which we are doing, in that charts are there, then graphs was there. So if you want, you can go through this, but let it to be, because same thing we will follow in the Angular. So it's not required. Then JS example, something just example purpose, then reference. These both we will not cover this one. Then graphics also not cover, jQuery and JS not. Then JSON means up to this only except BOM we will cover all. Okay, it will take somewhat time, but I trying to go up to means completely topic. In place of this, be not required means if we want to focus on just Angular side, so in Angular side we not want Ajax. Ajax is not required. We want, then we can stop this classes topic also. Then function topic also we can skip. Then object topic also. These all are not required. But anyway, we will just spend 1 week or maybe 1 or 2 days extra it will be, but we will try to cover those also. So let's do one thing. We will go quickly half an hour on the JS version. Okay, it will not take much more time because we all know everything. So I will go through that means I will go through just read means line by line like that. Wherever you have doubt, just stop me. Okay, so let's. JavaScript was invented by, who was the person? Rand each in 1995 and became an ECMA standard in 1997. Previously it was JavaScript, but after that in 1997 it became ECMAScript. So ECMAScript is the official name of the language. Okay, so ECMAScript version have been abbreviated to ES1, ES2, ES6 means up to ES6. Now upcoming, it's growing on. So since 2016, the new version was named by the year, means on the year basis itself the name came. So ECMAScript 16, 17, 18, means now 2020 is there. So don't think that ECMAScript 2020, no, it's not there, nothing like that. It will come maybe. So first edition was 1997, then 1998, then this one. What happened in each section? Like first edition, then editorial changes, then added regular expression. We already know this. Added try and catch, added switch, added do and while. These all things. Then ECMAScript 4 never released. Means maybe some changes came, but never released. Then ECMAScript 5 2009. What happened? Added a strict mode, then JSON support, then string.trim for removing the white space, then array.isArray for checking the array, then added array iteration method, for loop, and do while whatever is there, allot trailing comma for object literals. Okay, then ECMAScript 15, what came? Let and const, then added a parameter value, then array dot find array index, then operators came, means each version some extra had came. Now in 2018, okay, what came? Added rest and spread properties, then added asynchronous iteration, then added promise dot finally, then addition to regular expression, means some more changes came in the regular expression side. So this tutorial covers every version of the JavaScript. The original JavaScript ES1, 2, 3, 1997 to 1990. The first main version was the 2009. Second, like that. Okay. So the browser support, ECMAScript 1 to 6 is fully supported in all browsers. Okay. There is no any changes. Next, browser support is there. Let it to be. Then in ES5, what came? So in ES5 2009, the ECMAScript 5, the major revision of the JavaScript. This chapter describe how the feature. Okay, so ES5 feature. What are the features of ES5? So first feature, use a string, use a strict, then string number access. How we can access the number like that. Multi-line string, then trim, array, for each, map, filter, reduce. Everything up to here we know. Reduce, right, every array sum, means these all method of the array. Then array index of, array last index of, json dot parse, json dot stringify. These two things we already know. Json dot parse for converting purpose, but we will cover that thing in the JSON when we will learn the JSON advanced. So date dot now, what it will give? It will give the present date. Okay, then date to ISO string for the conversion, then in the date to JSON for converting JSON purpose, then property getters and setter, we will learn this. So reserved words as property names, then object method. So these all came in ES5. These all are the features of ES5. Then use a strict, we already know. Then property access to the string, we already know that how to access the property by passing 0, 1, 2, 3. Like this way we can access the element, character at char at. Then property access with the help of a square bracket. Correct? Then property access on the string might a little unpredictable, means maybe the value will be something different will come. So a string over the multiple line. So we can write the string multiple line. It's not going to affect anything. Then something was there, reserved words as a property name, then object already we know how to we can create that. Then string dot trim, whatever the white spaces is written here, with the help of trim we can remove that. Array dot is array, what is happening is it going to check whether it's a array or not. Array dot for each, it's for the iteration purpose. Correct? Then array dot map for the transformation. If there will be any required transformation, then we will go with the map. Filter for the filtering purpose. That like here, it's showing that value greater than 18. Then reduce, it will reduce and it will make one array, means whatever array having, it will give finally result into single value, because it's going to add. One second. Getting this or not? Whatever we are revising?
Yes.
Getting? Okay.
Yes.
So next, so you want more explanation or this much enough? Whatever we are following, is this enough?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whatever. Okay, fine. Because if we will waste time on this, na, means again, then it will be useless. That is the thing. So array dot reduce, what it going to do? It will reduce into single value. It will again do the same thing. Also find the sum of all the number in the array. Means from the naming itself, you can find out what it will do. Then array every, what it will do? It will check on each. Means for each value, it will check. It will check for some value whether test getting pass or not. So these all are like to checking the test whether test is passing or not. So in interview they are asking that who will create the new array, who will create the single array, like this type they are asking. Means they will twist the question. So you can tell that that every it will check on each value, and it will whatever value will pass the test, maybe it will that provide in the result section. Then index of, we can get, means with the help of this we can find the index. Then if we want to take the last index, that means we want to find the last index, so we can go with the last index of json.parse. So whatever JSON format is there, this is in the JSON format. Yesterday we had seen that. So it will convert, json.parse will convert into which one? JSON format. So JavaScript function json.parse is used to convert the text into JavaScript object type. Okay, so it will convert into object form. We will learn that. Don't worry, this one left. Then JSON stringify. Already in the local storage case, we had used this one, JSON parse and JSON.stringify. So JSON.stringify, a common use of JSON to send data to a web server. Okay, when sending data to a web server, what is web server? Let it to be that web server means the server side where your data is stored. Okay, the data has to be in the string format. So means when you sending the data to the server, data not should be in the JSON or this, that, anything. It should be in the string format. That's why we are converting that into JSON.stringify. And once it gone there, it will do the operation. And when it is coming back, means like in local storage, what we were doing? We were saving the data in the local storage by converting JSON.stringify. And once it's saved, when we was taking that data back, what we were doing? We was doing JSON.parse for converting again back to JSON. Means JSON object means JSON data gone in the string. Once we are receiving, again come back in the same original form. So with the help of JSON parse. Okay. Next, my JSON is now a string and ready to send the server because we had converted that into a string. And once it got, it means it sent it, it will come back. Then we will convert again. Then date dot now. What it will do? It will give you the current date. Let's see. So see that it came in different format, means the date, time, everything it's showing. That's why you get like this type. So we can write directly date dot now, and after that we had created. Otherwise you can create the object and you can get that also. And when you will get the date, that will be in the millisecond actually. Okay, that's why you getting like that type. So that's dot to ISO string for the converting purpose. Then to JSON again for converting into JSON format. Then property getters and setter. We will cover this thing. Let it to be not here. Then object dot define property is a new object method in ES5. This thing will come in the object which we was trying to cover today. Then object method, then something method is that will also come there. Then function bind, this will also call bind apply. Then what is this one? Trailing comma. What you can spell this one? Trailing. I think trailing. Okay. So ES5 allowed trailing comma in the object and array definition. So what means this? See. Here we had written in the comma format, then array also comma warning. JSON does not allow trailing comma. Okay, trailing comma, I think this one, separation of the comma separated. Then JSON object. Okay, so inside that first name, this one came, then last name age. JSON dot parse. JSON dot parse object allowed. Then JSON dot parse person. This is not allowed. Where person equal to first What is difference in both case then? What are you observing? Any difference in both line? Yeah,
And
see
sir,
that.
the braces are square.
No, no, no. This line,
Column, sir.
this last one. See that single quote means a
Comma.
comma. Yeah. So last comma, this not allowed in the JSON dot parse, but here see that they had removed that. Okay. So this will be not allowed and this will be allowed. So next, again same thing. See that last one. So this again not allowed. So this is known as the this one trailing comma. Okay. So have you got some idea what are the changes came in the ES5, and we had covered this all topic. Some topic which is pending, these all are the advanced. So we will cover in the object section. Any topic which you think that we had not covered in the up to now? Okay, so now come to the ES6. So what came in the ES6? So ES6 is known, it came in the which year? ECMAScript 15 is also known as the ES6 and ECMAScript 6. Okay, means 2015 itself is known as the ES6 also, and 15 in 15 ES5 was there. Sorry, in 2009 that was ES5, and 15 that came is ES6. Okay, let it okay. Then let keyword go down. Yeah, so JavaScript let keyword, let it came in the ES6. Let const, we already know for the block scope purpose. Then arrow function, already we know how to write the arrow function and why we was writing arrow function. So arrow function allow a short syntax for writing the function expression. Okay, same thing we can write with the normal follow, whatever we are following for writing the function. Same thing we can follow in that also, but with the arrow function it becomes the simple and short sentence. Then you do not need the function keyword and return keyword and the curly brackets. In this case, we not require this one. So see that return we are writing here, return x into y. But in the case of constant means a arrow function, we not need any return there. Automatic it will return. But how this will return? So it will return there const x equal to. Okay, because when you will call this variable, it will get the complete function result. Okay, arrow function do not have their own this. They are not allowed, they are not well suited. Keep this in mind, this sentence. Arrow function do not have their own this. Maybe this they will ask, sometime they are asking that whether arrow function have this keyword or not. So you can tell that no, arrow function not have their own this. So they are not well suited to defining the object model. Arrow function are not hosted, means a hosted means what? Declaring the variable hosting. They must be defined before they used. If you are going to use, before that you have to declare, means this line here we had written const. So first you declare, then only you can use it. Otherwise it will not work. Using const is safer to use the var. So never try to use var. Where yeah, means if there will be requirement for globally, that time you can go, but try to go with the let or const. It will be good. So because your function expression is always a constant value. Okay, then you can only emit the return keyword and curly brackets if the function in a single statement. If function is single statement, then only we can return this one. Because of this, it might be a good habit to always keep them. So never try to skip that. If you want, you can remove those return and curly bracket. But when you have multiple line of sentence, that time you have to write. So it's a better practice. Keep that always. It's not an issue. Then next, for op loop came. What was the it doing? For op, iterating over the which one? Value, value or property. So
Values.
value.
Value.
So see that the JavaScript for of a statement loop through the values of an iterable objects. Okay, mute. So it it iterating over the value of the which one? Iterable object. Okay, so for of let you loop over the data structures that are iterable, such as array, string, map, node, list, and more. What is node list? Any idea? Maybe who had studied data structure, they will know this node list. The for of loop has the following sentence. So how we writing for loop? just for and inside variable and of and iterable object. And if suppose we have to write for in, so just rename this one for in, that's it. So variable, for variable declaration we can go with the let, where, const, anything, but try to go with as per requirement, mostly like let or const. Then looping over the array, we already know how to loop over the array with the help of that of operator. Looping over a string, we already know how to loop means with the help of operator. JavaScript map, we already know what is the map is for the unique purpose. This is array or what? 1 second. No, this map operator. Okay, so being able to use object as key is an important map feature. Means inside the map, what we are doing inside the object key, with the help of key we are going to take that value. So const apple, create an object, const apple equal to new name and apples, then banana and this that. Means we had assigned this object to a variable, and which is the variable is the apples. And then we are creating the new map operator with the help of new map keyword, and this variable apples, this going to refer which object, this object. Okay, so this become key, but with the help of this key it going to call this one. Okay, it will refer there. Then JavaScript set, with the help of set what we are doing, again we are creating and we are passing the value. Okay, then JavaScript class, what is it's going, it are the templates or blueprint of the method object what are the presents inside the class. So use the keyword class to create the class, and one by default inbuilt method or predefined method, which is that one, that is constructor. So always add a method named constructor. Okay, and inside constructor if you want to receive any value you can pass and you can receive that one. Then why we are passing with the help of this dot name, this dot year, what is the need? Tell first, what is the need of passing with this dot name and this dot year? No idea. If
Yes,
suppose
sir,
you,
for calling anywhere.
yeah, so if you means pass this dot name, suppose that if you added this dot, means this value will be available outside also, means anywhere, because the scope of this will be curly braces. But as you added this dot, it means be it available outside also. So wherever you want now this dot name, means wherever you want name, what you will do, you will just write this dot name, means complete like this way itself. So you will get that value there also. Okay, so example above, create class and name this that. Okay, JavaScript class is not an object. Keep in mind, JavaScript class is not an object. It is a template for the JavaScript object. Template means what? Sample. That on that we will modify, we will construct. Like if you have to construct one building, what you will do? First you will take the map. What is the map? Map is a blueprint type. That on that basis you going to design your structure. So that is the thing. So using a class, when you have a class you can use the class to create the objects. So how we can create the object or method, how we can call the method properties, whatever is defined inside. So with the help for using or for calling the method, first we have to create the class. So how we can create the class? Because see the name itself, what is that? It is a template. Okay, and if this is a template, then you have to create this one. Means suppose you got map, you have to construct your building. If you got map, this class become your map type. So now if you start building, means if you going to construct the building, so whatever things you had written in the map, whatever design you had given, like 3 floor, 4th floor, or 2 BHK, 3 BHK, so those all are as a sample in your map. So same design means same map, with the help of that same map we can construct 3, 4, 5 buildings. Correct? So same thing we are doing. This become your map type, means map means a sample diagram. And after that we want to create one building. We want to create one building. What we will do, we will take this sample data because this is template, and we will create. So how we will create? We will create with the help of new keyword. And what are the things required? So suppose that this is 2 BHK. Two arguments are there. Just consider like 2 BHK. So what we will do? We will pass the data. So 2 BHK means this one. Two data we had passed. Now we want somewhere different location. There also we want 2 BHK. What we will do? Again, we will use the same sample data, sample map itself, and we will pass the different location or whatever. Means this type we are creating because this is your sample, and wherever you want you can use that by creating. But if you had written some method inside the class, so how you will call that method? By this way, by creating the class, we can call the class itself. But how we can call the method? Whatever we had defined inside the class, except constructor. Constructor is auto called. Okay, automatically it will get called. No one is going to call this one. But if you creating any method inside that, for calling that you have to take the reference of the class name. Means with the help of this reference, now you will call. Okay, so JavaScript promise we will cover that. Let it to be here. Then what is this symbol type? The JavaScript symbol is a, let's look over what is this one. Okay, so JavaScript symbol type, the JavaScript symbol is a primitive data type. This data type came in new. Actually two data type came new, big int and symbol. And I think anymore, I not think. So symbol and a big int. So what it going to do? Symbol is primitive data type, just like number string boolean. It represents a unique hidden identifier that no other code can accidentally access. Okay. For instance, it different coder want to add a person.id property to a person object belonging to a third party code. They could mean mix each other's value using symbol to create unique identifier. Solve this problem. Okay, means with the help of symbol, what we can do? We can create the unique identifier. Means identifier not going to mix match. Like here what it done, id equal to here taken symbol, and inside symbol they pass id. Okay, and here they had taken person id equal to some value. So it given person dot id. Person dot id means this value, correct? But person dot id they pass this one. Okay, uh, person id this one. Yeah, so see here. So one value is this one, first value this one, and the person ID equal to this one. But here no value is passing inside this. But here we are passing 1405 something. So this will be undefined because there is no value. Same thing they had done, person ID they taken, this having 140353. But this another one, person dot ID, nothing is there, correct? So that's why second value become undefined. Means they it is used to create the a space unique identifier. That's that much enough. Nobody will ask extra this thing. So symbols are always, but you can keep in mind that a symbol and big int is a newly added. Okay, so symbol id equal to symbol id. What they are doing, it comparing that whether it's true or not. So it's become false. So default parameter value. So ES6 allow the function parameter to have the default value. Function parameter means when we are calling the function and we are passing one argument here 5. So x will got 5. But what about the y? So in y case we had hard coded there itself. So it will get the value from there itself. So next function rest parameter. So what is rest? We will learn there. Let it to be. Then a string dot includes, then start with, yeah, I start with. Already we know that it going to check whether it's starting from there or not, true or false. End. Then it will check from there it's starting, creates an array from a string. So what it will give? It will return that length. Method returns an array object from any object with a length property to, or iterable object. So it will convert into the array form and it will return that. Array dot keys. With the help of that, we can check with the key of a array. Okay. Then array dot find, let it to be, then array dot first index, then a new math method. So truncate, sign, these all are some math method, let it to be that. New number properties, then what is this? Epsilon, then mean safe integer, related to with the number property. Yeah, so in a number you can check that ES6 added two new method to number object. What is that? Number dot is integer or number dot is safe integer. So these two things are there. It got added. We can check that. Number dot safe integer. What it going to do? A safe integer, an integer that can be exactly represented as a double precision number. Okay. So number dot is safe integer, method return true. The argument is a safe integer. It will give you true or false. So new global method is finite or is nan, not a number, or is finite. So the global is finite method return false if the argument is infinity. Okay, it will return false or true. Then nan, not a number, is nan method return true if the argument is nan. Otherwise, it will return false. So is nan, here we had passed a string, it's not a number. Okay, so it giving what? True. And then is nan not a number, so no, this is a number type because it will consider internally. When you will go with triple equal to, that time it will give here error. Otherwise it will consider this as a number, so it giving false. Then object entry, it will come in the object. I think we had learned this thing. Okay, array iterator, there we can check that object entry. So object entry method return a array iterator object with key and value pair. So it will give you key and value, like so array having 0 1 2 3, these index are the key. Then modules we had learned yesterday itself. Then import, from the named export, means import and export. That was the things. Is this
Okay.
clear? Had you got some idea? Is this good or not? Sab so gaya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move to ES6. We covered almost those topics. Now it will be simple. So the JavaScript naming convention started with ES1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already we know. Then 16, 17. Okay, the ECMAScript 16 and 17 was not called ES7 and ES8. Okay, since 16 new version named by year, 16, 17, 18. Okay, new feature in ES6. In ES6 means ECMAScript 2016. So chapter into JavaScript exponentiation, and then exponential assignment double star equal to, then array dot prototype dot includes. It will check whether it's available there or not. So double star, what is this? This is exponential, means exponent for the getting the exponential form. So 5 power 2, that become 25. So it's again same thing is there, math dot power. Previously it was, means it giving the result same as math dot power, and in that we can pass the power value. Then exponential assignment operator. So here we are giving double star equal to. Okay. Array dot is include. So what is it's going to check fruits, and here be checking mango. So whether mango is available or not. So if it will available, it will give true, otherwise false. So whenever if you have to check any value, suppose that, so you can go like find operator, the find method, then include method for particular whether true or false. So it will give you that. So when we can use this find or that includes, suppose that you're going to check any user, means while registering, while logging time, user had entered their detail and whether he is available in your database or not, then that time what you can check, you can go with the find method or include. You can check whether that user is available in my database record or not, like that way. Then you can authenticate user and you can give the permission. So suppose that we want a like a user, means a student, and then teacher, and then admin. Three case in our ERP. Okay. So suppose that user is there, means admin is he is admin, or whether he is a student, or whether he will user. So how you will verify? So with the help of these all things, we have to verify while registering itself. We have to take those all data. Okay. Then yes. ECMAScript 2017. What all the changes came in 2017? This is not much more, this much only in this. So string padding. So what it was doing? So str string dot pad start 4 and 0. So you can give the padding. So when you passed 4 comma 0, so that much 0 it will start, means add where it will start. So you had given pad start, so it will start on the starting time. When you will give pad end, so it will add in the ending time. Okay, so see this pad end, so it added in the last position, 000. Then object entry, add a new that entry method to the object, and object entry method return an array of the key and value pair in the object. So objects are there, and what we are checking here, object dot entry person, so it will return whatever in the form of key and value. So see that. So object dot entry, and what we had written person. So we had passed the complete person. What output is there? So output is first name John, then last name Doy, age 50, year. So means whatever value will be there, it will give you complete with the key and value in both case, and that will return what? It will return the array. So if you want to get complete data inside of the array, it means of the object in the form of array, you can go like that. And once you convert it like this, and if you want just value, okay, so where is the value? So value become on the second position, means this is odd, sorry, this is even position. So always value became on here. See that second, then this is on the fourth, then this is on the sixth, means this value will came on the even position. Like that you can iterate and you can get that value if you want to like this. Object dot entry makes it simple to use the object in loops. Same thing we can get in the loop condition also. See that each iteration we got the value. But in place of loop, what it writing? Object dot entry make it simple to use objects in the loop. So when we are writing in the loops, same thing it giving in the form of object dot entry. So object dot entry make it simple to convert the objects to map. Means now we can convert in the convert into map also. So like that we will create the map, and inside we will create the loop type. So with the help of object dot entry, we can loop. Next, object values. So how we can get the value? So object dot values and person. So maybe I think it will give you value direct. Yeah. So previously when we had passed just object dot, just we had passed object dot entry, no? Yeah. ENTRIES, entry or entry. What was that? Yeah, entry. Now run. Yeah. So now it given you complete data. What I want? I want just value. I think values was name. Yeah. So just values it given like this. So maybe some key is also there. Let's see. Let's check. So object dot keys. Yeah. So with the help of just object dot keys or object dot values, like that way, we can get complete object means key and value. So with the help of object dot entry. Entry means we have to pass what you want. That is the thing. Then JavaScript async function, we will look over there. Let it be. Then that 2018, what it known as? Then but ECMAScript 16 and 17 was not called ES7 and ES8, since 2016 is the new version named as this. Means all came under 16, 17, 18, all came under which one? ES6 itself. So what came here? Asynchronous iteration, then promise, object, rest properties, new regex expression. This one. Okay, got off. So asynchronous means JavaScript asynchronous iteration. So ECMAScript 18 added synchronous iterator and iterables. So with the asynchronous iterables, we can use await keyword in the for of loops. Okay. then for loop, and inside that we can pass a wait. We will learn this thing. This is pending, means we can cover this thing in an advanced topic. So JavaScript promise dot finally, what it will do, it will finalize the full implementation of the promise object with a promise dot finalize. Let it to be, we will cover there. Rest operator also we will cover there. Then what is next? Next is nothing. This is just a browser something. To this Google search as of October 1, Google search no longer support in the Internet Explorer 11. Then Google Ad Manager. Okay, so something they had means something removed from the browser side, so that they are, this is giving the history that what all the things that will removed. So JavaScript history is there. If you want to study, you can go through this. That's it. So is this somewhat helpful or just become time pass? We completed all the versions of JavaScript. Okay, just give me 2 minute break. If you want, you can also take. We will continue 7 and 55 is there. 8 o'clock, 5 minutes.